It's the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now the first carry for King Henry. That'll bring this to about the 25. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the start.
It's 2nd and
8. 2nd down and 8.
You change it.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
3rd and short, Jackson. He's got room past the 35. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Again, working deep downfield. That is hard. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. There's a give. Heading right. It's Henry. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go. They make a big stop for no gain.
Hey, middle. 180.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Ravens. That his second TD catch of the season. The PAT, up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Crowd begins with a pass. This is caught downfield. It's Dell. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
First down, Houston.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. Exiting the pocket right. Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
All right.
First carry for David Montgomery. It'll get forward to about the 42. Jalen Hawkins there on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second and 7.
On the 2, right?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's to the running back, David Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they've got it starting third down and 2.
All right.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Forced out wide. He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. And he's in! Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Houston. For the rookie Higgins, the second pick of the second round. He has his first NFL touchdown. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Justice Hill to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let him go.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop.
It's now second and 6 at the 31.
From the 31, here's second down and 6.
Ready? Shot. You.
To throw is Jackson. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball is incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
This one, downfield, looking for Henry. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. He's going to dial up another deep ball. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. They run out of the gun with Montgomery. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Tony.
Here's Stroud. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work to separate the man from the football. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact.
This is intercepted. That's a big return. He's finally tackled right near midfield.
And in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with it.
And he'll get about 6 there. Sitting on 2nd down.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Texans' 44-yard line.
Going to go right back to Henry. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Jackson. On the move left. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
180.
On the ground, here's Henry. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
Don't worry.
2nd down, they need 3.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot.
They'll go again here with Henry. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
And the Baltimore 1st down.
Here's a run. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
7-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal.
Sit hot. 180. Middle.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Moving to his left. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Hey, middle.
Third and goal for Jackson. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And now it's 4th and goal.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. 18.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
And the Texans first down.
Stroud to throw here on first down. And that's under the pressure. Too much. He'll go down. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 18.
To throw is Stroud. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? Once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Hit as he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Schultz, the motion man. On 4th down, Stroud. He's got his man complete to Dell. And he's going to have a Texans first down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
At the 47-yard line.
Oh, man.
Stroud. Will Spotter's big tight end, that's Dalton Schultz. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Here we go. 18.
Stroud to throw. Flush to his right. And he could not set his feet to fire that one. It is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Fourth down, and on comes Jaime Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. That one is good. And the Texans will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
Here comes Hill on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
We go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins in there for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7.
Middle. Get on, punt.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. Throw, left side, caught by Andrews. Was brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They're down and 3.
Yeah, turn.
Throwing Jackson. Moving to his right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. finally brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Fourth quarter underway, and here's Henry. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line. 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one's knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. But a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Now, Jackson. Moving left. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. Strap quickly out to Collins. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Moving outside the pocket.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn it to a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
It is 2nd down and 5. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down for Houston.
First down. Gain of 14. First down, Houston.
To throw, it's Stroud. And downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. And he will go all the way. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry, what an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not...
And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. He gets free. Past midfield. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. So now playing with the lead. After that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Here comes a return from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's first down.
Hey, it's not. No, we changed it.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Yeah, ready. Cut.
Now Jackson. Headed left. Buying time. That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
Hey. Get on. Middle. Get on. Hey, middle. Get on.
He'll drop to throw. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. It is second and a yard.
Now
Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Oh, my God.
First and 10.
You. Ready, shot.
Jackson now. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, what a great play called down there, using the size of the tight end. You've been there. That's a really difficult play to pull off.
And I can promise you, Mike, they spend a lot of time all week working on this very play. They go down in the red zone, and they talk through it. They walk through it. He understands. He's got that big body tight end. Use all of that space to the outside. Keep the ball away from the defender. And it's the trust knowing that your guy is going to keep those feet in bounds and come down with 6.
Texans 16.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, let's go.
Stroud going to get rid of this to Dell. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with first and 10. Now, Stroud. Get it out quickly to Higgins. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll stop it. Just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
Brings up second and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Here comes second down.
Here we go.
Montgomery. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
A gain of 2 brings up
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. On first down, it's Stroud. He'll look underneath here for Montgomery. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This to potentially... So it's a win here for the Ravens. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.
Jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need ya. When I was young, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. Woo! When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise, in the preseason, the regular season, or with a fantasy draft.